Welcome back to our channel. Today's session is on Microsft Azure Fundamentals AZ-900 Practice Questions. Please consider subscribing to our channel, because we need your support to grow our channel. Let's get started with AZ-900 exam questions. What is the first step that you would take in order to share an image file as a blob in Azure Storage? Create an Azure Storage container to store the image. Create an Azure Storage account. Use a Shared Access Signature (SAS) token to restrict access to the image. The correct answer is create an Azure Storage account. You must create an Azure Storage account before you can use any Azure Storage features. Which Azure Storage option is better for storing data for backup and restore, disaster recovery, and archiving? Azure Files Storage, Azure Disk Storage, Azure Blob Storage. The correct answer is Azure Blob Storage. Azure Blob Storage is your best option for storing disaster recovery files and archives. Which Azure Compute resource can be deployed to manage a set of identical virtual machines? Virtual Machine Availability Sets, Virtual Machine Availability Zones, Virtual Machine Scale Sets. The correct answer is Virtual Machine Scale Set. Virtual Machine Scale Sets let you deploy and manage a set of identical virtual machines. Which of the following services should be used when the primary concern is to perform work in response to an event, often via REST command, that needs a response in a few seconds? Azure Functions, Azure App Service, Azure Container Instances. The correct answer is Azure Functions. Azure Functions is used when you need to perform work in response to an event, often via REST request, timer, or message from another Azure service, and when that work can be completed quickly, within seconds or less. Your company has a team of remote workers that need to use Windows-based software to develop your company's applications, but your team members are using various operating systems like macOS, Linux, and Windows. Which Azure Compute service would help resolve this scenario? Azure App Service, Windows Virtual Desktop, Azure Container Instances. The correct answer is Windows Virtual Desktop. Windows Virtual Desktop enables your team members to run Windows in the cloud, with access to the required applications for your company's needs. Which of the following can be used to manage governance across multiple Azure subscriptions? Azure Initiatives, Management Groups, Resource Groups. The correct answer is Management Groups. Management groups facilitate the hierarchical ordering of Azure resources into collections, at a level of scope above subscriptions. Distinct governance conditions can be applied to each management group, with Azure Policy and Azure Role-Based Access Controls, to manage Azure subscriptions effectively. The resources and subscriptions assigned to a management group automatically inherit the conditions applied to the management group. Which of the following is a logical unit of Azure services that links to an Azure account? Azure Subscription, Management Group, Resource Group. The correct answer is Azure Subscription. An Azure subscription is a logical unit of Azure services that links to an Azure account. Which of the following features doesn't apply to resource groups? Resources can be in only one resource group. Role-based access control can be applied to the resource group. Resource groups can be nested. The correct answer is resource groups can't be nested. Which of the following statements is a valid statement about an Azure subscription? Using Azure doesn't require a subscription. An Azure subscription is a logical unit of Azure services. You can't have more than one subscription. The correct answer is an Azure subscription is a logical unit of Azure services. A subscription is a set of Azure services bundled together for tracking and billing purposes. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do share your feedback and hit like button. Please do visit our channel for more such AZ-900 practice questions videos.